Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here tonight. We're sitting here trying to compress all of the wrestling rumors and all of the talk about wrestling that's been going down today. One of the biggest days we've had in professional wrestling talk in a long time with the Seth Rollins, the injury report coming out basically saying that with his tears in his knee, he's going to be out for a total of about 6 to 9 months. And because of this, WWE is going to be stripping him of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and moving in a new direction with a tournament. Who knows what they're going to do? Maybe just put the title on Roman Reigns, maybe go in a different direction with a new name coming into WWE, maybe a returning legend. Anything could really happen. We could see the return of John Cena with basically them picking up the emergency phone or putting the title back on Brock Lesnar yet once again. Anything really could happen in this upcoming pay-per-view. One of the biggest rumors that I've been seeing online from a lot of people is NXT giving a bump to Samoa Joe with pushing him up to the main roster. Since Samoa Joe made his mark in NXT, a lot of people have been thinking he's going to be one of the guys that brings brought up to the main roster right away. There's been lots of talk with him being this surprise man at Night of Champions. I really could see, and it would make a lot of sense for Samoa Joe to make the main roster. I believe that when Samoa Joe did sign to NXT, I believe it is sort of a Triple H signing, I guess you can say, where he's just there to give a name to the roster. And with Samoa Joe and James Storm being signed, definitely if they were to bring in more of these sort of TNA names and bring them in the NXT thing, you sort of would be starting to think that maybe the Wednesday night's NXT show would be just turning into a turn back the clock TNA night. And I don't think that's really what they're going to do, but I think they do need, like, it was sort of like when I was talking about Tatanka in my Tatanka Hall of Fame video the other day. They needed a veteran to come in and work with all the new names that were being added to SmackDown. I believe that was like in 2005. They brought Tatanka in, and he was able to work good television matches with really, really green workers that were just brought up to the SmackDown roster as a part of the SmackDown New Talent Initiative. And Joe is there to lend his name and to work and have good matches with these guys. Definitely Finn Balor is gaining confidence in his American style of wrestling. Samoa Joe did come out during the Finn Balor versus Apollo Crews match on NXT this week, breaking up the main event. And sort of putting his foot down, basically saying that he is undefeated in NXT, and he doesn't believe that what Commissioner Regal did was right by not making him the #1 contender. He just won the Dusty Rhodes Invitational tournament with Finn Balor, and he believes that that's enough of an exclamation point on his time in NXT that says that he wants a title shot. He wants to go after the title, and this was him really putting his stake into the ground of saying he wants Finn Balor at the upcoming next NXT Takeover that would be coming up. I don't believe it would make a lot of sense to bring Samoa Joe up to the main roster if he just made this declaration that he wants to go after the NXT Championship. And that is the reason why he's in NXT. If he's just be able to jump on a flight, walk into a WWE arena, and all of a sudden on Monday Night Raw say that he wants to be a part of the championship tournament that's going down. I think that a lot of people are looking for Finn Balor to debut at NXT before almost anybody else that's down there. But like I said, with what happened and how WWE is in such dire need of stars with Rusev's injury, Seth Rollins with John Cena leaving, Randy Orton's injury. They're looking for almost anything that they can hit the emergency button and save the day. So I wouldn't be surprised if Samoa Joe is brought up to the main roster to be a part of this tournament and lend a big name and a surprise to the Survivor Series show. But at the same point, I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I think that people thought that Samoa Joe was going to answer John Cena's challenge and be the surprise guy to come in. But I think Del Rio was a bigger surprise, and that was something that WWE had in their back pocket. And there had been lots of talk about WWE bringing Del Rio back and Del Rio wanting to come back, and $1.45 million will make you change your mind to come to the dance. But we'll see what goes down with Survivor Series and Samoa Joe.